Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna test this one out with our new microphones, see how it works. Oh, I got my handy dandy truck badge here, but these are the new microphones that I've got. They're little lapel mics mount right up underneath your little thing, and they come with a lanyard so they hang around your neck, or they've got a clip, you can clip them on. But this is them, the Holy Land Lark M2 wireless microphones. I've seen a few other YouTuber people use these, and these are made to inspire, so we'll see what happens. The last video I put in there, it something was corrupt somewhere on it, because when it on the phone it played all the way through no problem. On the computer it played all the way through no problem. But when it went to YouTube, after 4 minutes, it just had a buzzing noise, and that was before I even got the mics. That was just using the phone. So hopefully that problem is solved. I don't know what it did. I just reboot and start over. But I think today we're going to just kind of show you around, like, what do you do when you're off grid and, you know, and living out in a tent. But today's my day off, so I'm just going to be hanging around. I don't have much to do today, but yeah, today's the day off. We're having a pizza dinner tonight over at our other campground, where it's our monthly safety meeting. So somebody will be coming to pick me and Zen up, so we can go get some pizza and get educated. But let me kind of show you around. What does a person do when they're, you know, bus life, when they're off grid with no bus? So let's get busy. I've had a lot of people ask, especially the people in the campground, like, how do you survive out here living in a tent? Well, it's been almost 2 months, and like, you know, like, how do you get your food? How do you clean? How do you do, you know, whatever you need to do? So a lot of you know, if you follow me, that I do a Walmart order, and then I have other camp hosts go into Walmart. Cedar City, about 35 miles away, pick up my order and bring it back. I've got a refrigerator that's on a generator, which is running right now, and so I keep refrigeration cool. You know, I've got different things, but this is how I do a few other things. So we'll kind of go through here, and I'll show you real quick. Let me go turn the generator off, because it's got to let that purring noise. Here's something I do is Zen. He's stands on guard, so he's got an important job too while we're here. And actually, he really is, because when I leave the tent here, there's no way to lock it up, and I've got, you know, stuff in there I don't want people to grab. So if I'm down in the campground, Zen is here on guard duty. So that kind of helps out, and I don't leave him very long, because, as you know, he likes to bark. So let me show you what I kind of do on cleaning and things like that. We already know we get food, but here's it like this. I use this like a little water jug. It's got a little spout on it that you know, you can use for like washing hands. It's got soap and things, and I also use this, and I use this. Somebody left this in the campground, so, you know, the big 5-gallon jugs. This is my shower water. This is what I do. I mean, you've seen people, you know, heat up water. I let the sun take care of heating these things up. Right now, there's not much sun, so we're not going to do the shower part today, because let's heat things up. But that's what I do. I take that down, and I'll show you. You know, I used to use the bathroom as my shower stall. So, and when I want to do laundry, got a bucket, pour water in here. Got a pan. I can heat up my little thing, and I can just make warm water and different things, and do my laundry. And it doesn't do the best job, but, you know, it gets things done. And then I'm just kind of waiting for the day when I can go to the laundromat and throw my, you know, my quarters in there and hit the button and go, because, you know, this is kind of work sometimes. You got to get in your hands and wring it out and do the whole 9 yards, but it works. And this is what I use too when I want to, when I get ready to shave. I put water in here and I heat it up. Just take the chill off of it, just make it lukewarm. And then I'll grab this, and I'll grab my razors and my towel, and once again, head off to the bathroom because there's a mirror and a sink down there, so I can go down there and kind of tidy myself up a bit. But and I also use the body wipes. Thank you for Billy Ray that sent me the body wipes. That was a good start because I didn't know being out here I was going to be using a lot of them. So they're good too, just for kind of touch up. But if you want to get a good, a decent clean, hit the shower. But yeah, so what I do is on the shower part is, like I said, I can go down to the stall. Down here is the men's restroom and the ladies that have um, a door that you can lock. So I lock the door. It's got a drain in the floor. And so I don't have the sprayer, but I do the bucket method, hold it up and just basically do it. And I got a rag that I can get wet and kind of wash yourself off. And then hopefully that your water's warm enough and just take that big jug and just pour it all over you. And just when it gets through, I got the keys to the bathroom and I clean it up anyway. So I can just clean the bathroom and everything's hunky-dory. And then with the laundry, let me show you here. I did a load this morning. Not really a load, but I'll show you. And I just kind of go around here and, kind of discreetly hide things. Like over here, there's a pair of pants hanging down there. There's a towel over there. And up under here, there's some socks and things hanging. So, I don't want to have it just hanging out there in the wide open. So kind of hide it there. And doing laundry, speaking of laundry, my mom, for years and years, only had a wash machine, never had a dryer. She had a clothesline. And, you hang these things out on the clothesline. Yeah, your pants would become stiff as boards and your towels be, stiff, but they'd be fresh smelling and, no charge to do it. So, but yeah, that's what we do with laundry and that's what we do with showers. So we kind of get ourselves cleaned up. And what else we do here? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, now the big stuff like the sheets, the blankets and things, they will have to go to a laundromat because they're way, way, way too big, and my bucket's not big enough to get those pretty clean. So they're definitely in need of a wash machine. And there's Zen. He's back on patrol again. He's dreaming. Up there, he opened his eyes. But it's been a nice day so far, yeah. But that's kind of what we do on the start to get cleaned up. I've got access to paper towels and some cleaners. It's not like that, living off grid in your vehicle, even without the vehicle, not like I'm way back in the woods and I've got to, forage for berries and wash my clothes down in the creek or whatever. I'm a little more modern convenience. I got, people bring me food and I've got some communication. I've got a generator, I've got a refrigerator, I've got water. I've got a water spigot right here and I've got another one behind the wood pile. And I've got a sewer drain that goes down there also. So, just make use of what you've got. And this is what I got, without the bus being here. But yeah, I got shade too. They're still holding up pretty good. And the tent is getting a workout. I mentioned last video the zipper doesn't want to work very well, but I think it just needs a good cleaning or something. But it's, zippers on tents are made to be opened and closed, 10 or 20 times a year, not 10 or 20 times a day for 2 months. But yeah, my trailer will leave at some point. Get back here. Right now it's just for storage. And I just brought my buckets and things out here. Like I said, I kind of like to keep things hidden back, And I have had people, campers, really, really nice and really, say if you need anything, like, oh, if you need to use a shower, we got a shower in our camper, you're welcome to come use that. We have a shower tent, you're welcome to use, that. I just don't feel comfortable, using someone else's RV for, so. Not there's nothing wrong with that, but I just like to do my own thing. So yeah, so we kind of like do my own thing and see what else we got going on out here. Let me look around. Let me catch up in a moment. Yeah, we're about to end this video here. Make them short. No need to have real long videos. But, you know, I had people comment in the last video about, you know, like, oh, the bus is broke down. It's going to be a money pit, and, you know, you need to sell it and get an RV. And, you know, like, that's crossed my mind several times. But we'll see what the bus does when it gets back. But here is my version of the next RV. Look at this thing. That is a Freightliner truck chassis with a custom made camper on the back that has got 5 slides on it. There's 2 on each side and 1 in the rear. That is a massive unit. It's got 3 air conditioners and 1 guy living in it. So that, you know, that'd be kind of cool. It's kind of overkill, but it'd be kind of nice. But, you know, that's an option, but I sure can't afford it, that's for sure. I better stick with the bus. But anyway, we'll go ahead and finish this video, and I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that it records and YouTube doesn't kick it out with a noise. Well, only one way to find out. So let's get busy and get this uploaded. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys on around the campsite.